Pokemon got mad fake demons, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, I'ma restructure the earth. Cap. Oh, I'ma swallow the universe. Cap. Oh, I'ma steal Pikachu. Cap. But nobody, and I mean nobody, went through with their plan as expertly as the leader of Team Flare, Lysandre, a man that set out to wipe out humanity and start from scratch. But what on earth could have happened to Lysandre for him to decide that world domination ain't enough, enslaving the human population wouldn't even do it? Nah, all y'all gotta go. Well, his origin story affirms that this seemingly cool-headed 7-foot nonchalant CEO had a couple screws loose. The cracks of his mental stability were started to show, and between me and you, the pressure may very soon shatter it all together. So before all this villainous nonsense, Lysandre was actually a philanthropist. Yes, Team Flare was a charity. You heard of the Red Cross, nigga, they were the orange flame. And in his words, this is what happened. There was a time when I liked people. My scientists and I would go around delivering care packages. We'd help those in need and they flocked to us like birds to bread. That is, until they did the unthinkable. They asked for more.
What?
Foolish, arrogant people. Yes, this twisted, chin-strapped, fiery fuck was mad that impoverished people didn't just shut up and worship him after one care package. And the only fitting solution for him was to wipe out humanity and start fresh, with only chosen ones being allowed in his new world. Y'all will see it as the story goes on, but don't let the height and the sauce and the businessy aura fool y'all. This is a fragile man with a god complex. And whether it be due to the former or the latter, Lysandre's greatest power lies not in his Pokeball, but in his words. This guy's delegation skills were through the roof. With the amount of people he got working for him directly or indirectly, brother, he could sell an umbrella to a Ludicolo. The way he had all his chess pieces do his bidding, while whole time, he's the only team leader that doesn't even rep his team logo. Everyone else got the insignia on like it's some chrome, but he always made sure that every interaction was personal first and business second, and he always got what he wanted. Like, let's look at the 4 things he needed more or less to reset the world. A legendary Pokemon to wipe out humanity. He needs a mind-controlling weapon to get it under his control. He needed a fuck ton of Mega Evolution energy to fuel the whole operation. And last but certainly not least, he needed this giant ass rock for reasons we'll get to towards the end. But for the others, as I said, he couldn't do it alone. He's got a research team to run, he's got a business to handle, he needed someone more free, more naive, more impressionable, like a kid with nothing to lose. Perfect. And it basically went like, hey kid, black hair, fire type, emo energy. You wouldn't happen to be an impressionable rogue kid that I could completely take advantage of, would you? Impressionable rogue? What does that even? Stand back, old man. I ride solo. I got a Charizardite.
Oh my god!
Fuck it, I'm in. So it was a win-win. Alain gets to go on missions to get stronger and stronger, while Lysandre harvests all that Mega Evolution energy from the battles through his rigged Mega Ring for his own bidding. And Alain never questioned any of Lysandre's motives, as he was always told it was being used for peaceful means. Anytime bro got on that holocaster was none but yes sir, absolutely sir, whatever you say sir. Lysandre says jump, Alain and ask how high. Which brings me to this point about these 2 words. Peaceful means. Peaceful fucking means. Never elaborated upon, never questioned. That's all it took to string this man along until the true motives became painfully clear. He even spoke about it himself in 3rd person as a narrator, talking about some.
There was one who reached out to help Alain. That was Lysandre, a man who planned on utilizing Mega Evolution energy for peaceful purposes only.
He's running his own PR campaign through the series. This is like if O.J. Simpson produced his own documentary. Brother, you made the sandwich. You know, you'd think between the random evil smirks, the secretive motives, and the fact that he explicitly told you to hide the research from your previous boss, Lysandre would have displayed some red flags that I would have thought would have been obvious from a mile away. And I chalked up his ability to easily get Alain on his side to Alain's naivety and young age, until the very next day where he recruited someone who could not be more different. Steven motherfucking Stone. Now I'm not saying Steven joined Team Flare or anything like that. He's got his own research and region to handle, but with the same peaceful means line as before, he got the champion of 𝙏𝙖 to join him in pursuit of uncovering, you guessed it, the shiny ass rock. The guy's name is literally Stone. This is like getting Usain Bolt to help you in a foot race, LaMelo Ball to help you in a basketball game. Need I say more? The guy literally executed the 3-step plan to get what he wants. Step 1, glaze. Stevie Stone, to what do I owe the pleasure? You know him? You don't? I mean, it's only the illustrious, handsome champion, Steven Stone. Step 2, find common ground. Nice to meet you. What's a guy like you doing all the way in 𝙏𝙖? Well, I'm following the direction of this ancient tablet in order to find the giant rock. Not that I'd expect you to concern yourself with such trivial pursuits. No way! I'm researching the same thing. Interesting rocks are like totally my thing. Really? I never would have guessed. And step 3, go for the kill. What are you gonna do once you find the giant rock? We're looking to harness the energy for peaceful means. Wow, how whimsically thoughtful and philanthropic. Why don't we share our data and work together? And just like that, Steven joined the party. But putting on a mask this concealing isn't just about what you do, it's about what you don't do. And something Lysandre wasn't about to do is show himself as having any sort of battling competence beneath this businessy researcher exterior. Because after the guys share data and finally find this coveted giant rock, you may remember that amidst Lysandre's scientists gathering data on the oversized megastone, a different type of 𝙏𝙖 legend decides to join them. And while this mega devil was awakening legendaries and wreaking absolute havoc on Alain and Steven, do you want to know what Lysandre did? Nothing! Fucking nothing! The guy said 2 lines the whole fight.
Appears that we've angered 𝙏𝙖𝙥.
And
Look out! It's Draco Meteor!
oh, thanks! Wow, I didn't notice! I don't know if bro's trying to convince us that he's some simple scientist, but we've seen Pyro report belt to ass, and there's a fucking 50-carat keystone on your finger. Who the hell is you trying to convince? And then at the end, there's little care about anybody's well-being. It's all about the rock, the rock, the rock. Yeah, we almost died, but the rock is missing. And now me and my team found that the rock is off the coast of Rustboro City. You know, the one with the rock gym leader, Roxanne. So I'll get back to the comfort of my lab, and Alain, you go investigate the rock with Steven Stone! And make sure he remains an ally. And that's exactly what they did. Like, setting them on what's now known as a likely suicide mission is one thing, but the fact that y'all came to the conclusion that Groudon and Kyogre will be there this time and doubling down on going is another. Like, how do you get 2 people who you've met twice in total fuck with you to the point of investigating the most historic beef in 𝙏𝙖 region history for reasons that they're not even clear on, beyond science and peaceful means, while you sit back in your lab scratching your balls and barking orders through a walkie-talkie? You even sending side missions to Alain like, Alain, you see these powerful ancient legendaries about to have a generational bout with a medium to high chance of being settled by an even more powerful ancient legendary? Yeah. Well, I want you to get in there and make this about you. Are you sure? We almost died when there was just one. Oh yeah, almost died, right, yeah, of course, how could I forget? Yeah, danger in that. Pussy. Like, bro, why did Lysandre even make him do this? As if Steven wasn't gonna notice Alain walk to the door and throw out his Charizard towards the fight they were literally tasked with only watching and instantly be forced to join in. So that makes it twice now that Lysandre has gotten Alain to damn near kill himself for him, and it's also 2 times that Lysandre has found himself within grasp of the giant rock. And just like last time, he moves overly calm and unsuspectingly to start until the end where he has the most military grade efficiency Guanin to get researchers on deck to collect data the first time and straight up confiscate the rock the second. And just like that, bada bing bada boom, that is one ingredient in the bag. You cannot sleep on this guy. And it's not just the depth or the breadth of this guy's manipulation, it's the speed and creativity. He knows how to dangle the right carrot in front of the right horse to get them to be mobilized. Mega evolution and power for Alain, the most important rock in the world for Mr. Stone, like when Lysandre offered Alain to wager his Megastone in the 10 battle gauntlet. Not only does this force Lysandre's pawn to get stronger, but it also gathers hella mega evolution energy for him, and from a psychological standpoint, trains Alain to attach his validation to Lysandre's approval. Just an absolute masterclass in manipulation. But above all, I need y'all to lock into this. It's revealed to us that he's had another ingredient to the grand plan in his bag the whole time. Whole time he's had Squishy, aka a Zygarde core, as a lab rat just being experimented on. So technically he's almost halfway there, but that's not the crazy part. Walk with me. So at some point, some tests involving Squishy went completely left and its glass chamber completely shattered, which allowed him to escape with the help of Chespy. Now losing a Zygarde gotta be devastating. That shit ain't easy to catch, as we'll soon see, trust. But he took this ass situation and used it to turn his pawn to a knight. Because since Chespy is the most important thing in Marin's life, and Marin's the most important thing in Alain's life, he went ahead and did this. Alain, an absolute tragedy has happened to Marin's 𝙏𝙖𝙥 and I fear the only way for him to recover is if you continue to collect Mega Evolution energy. Yeah, that makes sense. No, it don't! He just saw that contract expiring and renewed you on a 360! But if we fast forward a bit, Lysandre had more admin for his lackeys to take care of for the grand plan. 𝙤𝙤's fat, pasty 19 ass was putting in work on weapon development, but the girlies on Zygarde duty was a different story. Mind you, there are 2 Zygardes they could get, so that's double the chance of success. But in their case, it was double the chance of failure. Let me just show you what I mean. Mabel, the blue-haired one, finds non-squishy Zygarde called Z2 in a cave. Look at this smug smile like she got a quick ball with its name on it. Guess how the scene ends?
I must sadly apologize.
Got straight exploded up out of there. That's 1 strike. And literally right after, another sister, 𝙤𝙤, is looking around for Squishy like, her. Bingo. I win again. Before spreading out her troops, and her first instinct, way before job is finished, is to call her sister to glow. Pick up the phone, sis. I know you hear that shit ringing. What the fuck do you want, 𝙤𝙤? Oh, just checking in. Were you able to catch Z2? It fucking escaped, 𝙤𝙤, you know this. Escaped? Sorry, I forgot. I got distracted by Z1, who's basically in my grasp now. Toodles. Yeah, basically in her grasp, Alain. So Squishy gets surrounded by all these grunts and Pokemon, and 𝙤𝙤 slides in like, nowhere to hide now, you ugly ass amoeba. You'll be an excellent trophy to give to the boss. And to her credit, she actually did technically get it in her grasp, but sometimes in life you're so focused on the cheese that you forget about the trap. There he is. Hey, give back Squishy. Squishy, huh? Oh, you mean Z1? Ah, look who has a pet name for the booger. So as you can imagine, they get into a brawl, and naturally, they escaped. Strike 2. Surely 3rd time's the charm, right? They even got into a huddle before trying again. Holy fuck. I knew you 2 were incompetent, but this is another level. We're incredibly sorry, 𝙤𝙤. We got it this time. Don't tell Big Lysandre. As if I'd believe that. I'm sending backup. Huh? If you want a job done right, you gotta do it yourself. I mean, it was always gonna come down to the Earth tones eventually. It was obvious, really. Duh. Shut up! You're just lucky your color's in season. So Bryony was gonna help with Z1 and Aliana with Z2. So mind you, they do this big fuss, but even with 𝙤𝙤 and Bryony combined, they flopped. 𝙤𝙤 tried to pull a nighttime ambush like, I'll be damned if I need help from that fucking Oompa Loompa. Squishy escaped and Bryony set up an ambush at his exit like, there's no way this little ass bacterium is causing all this trouble. But then Squishy recruited all those cells and transformed into its 10% form. Wait, it can turn into a dog? Wait, is it glowing? Wait, it's about to blow! They then settled their differences and decided to jump Squishy and the gang at Terminus Cave, the site where they actually found Z2 initially. They even pull up together at Terminus Cave like,
maybe we do complement each other. Like green and purple grapes. Yes, now let us make a wine, 𝙤𝙤.
But once again, as long as Ash and them are in the vicinity, forget about it. Mission fucking failed. At this point, these motherfuckers were reaching Team Rocket levels of incompetence, so Lysandre and 𝙤𝙤 decided to reroute. Great Scott, it seems like Z1 could turn into a dog, but as long as he sticks with that bootleg Clue crew, the brats don't stand a chance. Yes, it seems that one is taking a liking to humans. More the reason to switch aim to Z2 if you ask me. You may be right, but how can we ensure that we'll succeed this time? Never fear, we have a secret weapon you know all too well. And that's exactly what they did. Mabel and Aliana pull up on bro, but this time instead of going doggy mode, Z2 skipped straight to 50% mode. The same one that blasted him out of Terminus Cave, and he was moving with the same vim today. You ever seen a 3-headed dragon pulse? Cause I ain't! And with everyone knocked back, and Zygarde powering up another lethal shot, it looked to be all over until the secret weapon entered the scene, and he walked in like he knew he was that nigga. Another day, another legendary. Who the fuck are you? None of your damn business. Just stand by. Now it's crazy to me that this nigga was brought in to step in at all, and you can only feel bad cause literally the day before this, these motherfuckers had a conversation and he was still being strung along. Excellent work on the Mega Evolution energy, Alain. It's being accumulated as projected. That's good to hear. How's the status of 𝙤𝙖? This nigga still believes that stupid shit? Nothing has changed. You gotta continue. I understand. I gotta keep getting stronger. And he wasted no time. Mega Charizard was able to do better against Zygarde's extreme speed than we had ever seen, and then he landed a Dragon Claw that knocked him straight into the ground. Now, a legendary is a legendary, and that land's wrath is no joke, but Alain wasn't brought to beat him. He was brought in as a worthy distraction to allow the scientists to blast him down to just his core, and finally catch him once and for all. And now at this point, it was all but a matter of time. The 4 ingredients for the grand plan were all in possession, and the climax was just a few test runs away. Lysandre continued to tell Z2 things like, "You're going to be a star of my show, Z2," while Zygarde continued to test his weapon's power. All the while, our heroes were always 2 steps behind. I mean, these motherfuckers still ain't even know Squishy was a Zygarde, and their obliviousness continued until the time came for the grand plan to come to fruition. And you could tell this motherfucker Lysandre was activated. Marin made a quick comment like, "Wow, I've never seen Alain this happy before." And this dude Lysandre basically said, "Yo, that's crazy. Anyways, the climax draws near upon the Kalos League. Everyone, and I mean everyone's eyes will soon gaze upon this stage." You just gotta make that shit about him, don't he? They're watching the finals. Shit, he wasn't wrong though, cause once the league got all the way to the end of the match and the curtains closed upon the finale, the Ginger Stallion CEO slipped away from Marin for showtime. Zygarde gives one more glance towards Z2 before commanding the weapon to be blasted at him right on time for Lysandre's arrival. "Lysandre, it's about to happen. I can hardly wait." "Marvelous. The time has come. Zygarde, show me your power."
"You insolent humans must all perish."
Zygarde started unleashing these tentacle root things all throughout the city, almost like the evil weapon was using him as a vessel to magnify its ability. Now mind you, this motherfucker Alain had the audacity coming off of this championship to call out that,
"Could it be Zygarde?"
"Nigga, you caught him!" He just conveniently kept that shit a secret until it was physically impossible, cause look who pulls up.
Hey, you're one of the girls that tried to kidnap Squishy. Ah, yes, I'm truly flattered that you remember. But today, honey, you're the target.
Ash is the target? For what?
Direct orders from our boss. Our boss? Hold on, Alain. Do you know her?
Know me? Bitch, we teammates!
Alain, you're a supervillain?
And this motherfucker Alain just goes non-verbal, doesn't say a word, denies the escape plan, lets Ash get confused right as he just falls down going,
Alain, I thought we were boys.
And he's just posted like, "Shit, all I can do is accept this. Where is your pride?" So once Ash is kidnapped, Lysandre takes this opportunity to finally reveal to the world what he's been cooking this whole time. "Ignorant humans of Kalos, I am Lysandre, former philanthropist and current realist. I have an important announcement. Through my observations on the human race, I have come to an important conclusion. Greed and stealing are completely unacceptable." You know, that's pretty agreeable. I mean, you can't say he's wrong. I hate thieves, to be honest. What's with the vines, though? "And for that reason, I'll be wiping the entire planet and starting fresh." So this maniac sends the entire city into uproar, with everyone frantically trying to evacuate. The Zygardes got into a little mirror matchup action, with Bonnie in the middle like, "Stop! Oh my god, guys, stop fighting!" And Clement, oh, Clement. He was my favorite clicker, and it's all his fault. While the others did damage control, subduing Squishy and destroying the weapon controlling Zygarde, a legendary face-off was happening at the very top of the tower. Ash, Alain, Lysandre finally together, and Ash from his detained position in the air got a front row seat to the manipulation live. "Lysandre, what the hell's going on?" "Ah, Alain, there you are. A simple, hard-to-read thought on humanity is all. You should be happy. I couldn't have done it without you, after all." "What are you?" "All that mega evolution energy from the very start has fueled this whole operation." But you told me that was for Chespy's recovery." "Ah, yes, the Chespin. Remember when I said greed and stealing are unacceptable, Alain? I don't remember mentioning lying, now did I?" "What about Chespy? Will Marin ever see him recover?" "Don't know. Don't care." Oh, hell nah. Meanwhile, Ash is watching this whole shit like,
Alain, I might be a dumbass, but this guy seems pretty evil. Help me escape and let's get him.
"Say something!" Nigga, I'm with him, speak! So now it was time for the plot to kick in. Lysandre tries to use the same control energy used on Zygarde on Ash and Greninja, and after a killer main character speech about human rights and the will to live, he used the bond phenomenon to escape its grasp. And that was enough for Alain to be like, "Ash, you may be right. He is evil. Better late than never, bro. I'm over it." Lysandre looks at him like, "I guess I was mistaken. You two cannot be chosen ones. Consider your grave dug." and hits the smooth float up to their level, signaling that it is finally time to battle. And I ain't gonna lie, if you had asked me, I would have locked that Lysandre gotta be a Cheeks battler. All this puppeteering he be doing, ain't no way he's really in the fields like that. I could not have been more wrong. The man sends out his Pyro and shiny Gyarados, mega shiny Gyarados, excuse me, and these motherfuckers ran a straight 2v7. I'm talking double incinerates, hyper beam, stone edges on a Charizard. It was bad. Mind you, these niggas are finalists. Other than Diantha, who Ash really gave problems with a faulty bond phenomenon, no one in this damn region can really say they're better than these two. So when they finally deal with Pyroar and Lysandre doesn't send out a Mon to replace him, I'm like, who is this demon? And from here it just got worse for him, bro. Gyarados Dragon Tailing the Noivern, Night, jumping up to Hawlucha like, buenos noches, mi amigo. Hyper Beam on Gucha, Stone Edge on Talonflame. It was raps. It got to the point where it was nothing but aces on the field, and Malva even showed up with her Houndoom, and the scrap looked ready to resume. But then something interesting happens. Ash is going off about some shit like,
You don't get to decide these people's lives, and that's why I'm here fighting for their tomorrows.
and Lysandre's like, you sound like me before I woke up. So fucking corny. But then Lysandre gets some sobering news from Jurassic.
Lysandre, the clanker, he ruined everything. Z2's been freed from our control.
What? And while Lysandre was taken aback by his plan starting to crumble, Ash and them took this chance to finally deal some lethal blows to Gyarados. And this is where the unthinkable happens. Lysandre begins to slowly walk backwards like, it seems like you may have gotten the upper hand. Well then, you give me no choice. And he falls off the tower! He offed himself! Yo, real talk, this is actually me when I'm losing a battle though. I could be up 6-1, nigga, you get one of my mons, bitch, I'm out of there. Even Greninja tried looking your lame ass up, bro. There's still time to switch your life around. But now later on, even though Lysandre was in the dirt, there was still a final last-ditch effort from his creations. Throughout this whole plot, there's still one unanswered question. What about the shiny rock? And well, this is it now. You see, and stay with me now, the giant rock absorbed the still Zygarde radiating Chespy and became this half crystal, half Zygarde rock formation. And it was headed straight for the Anistar sundial. What happens if they collide? You know, I'll admit the way they tied this in was not the most sensical, but you know how motherfuckers be at the end of these stories. You just need an ugly ass giant monster with no thoughts. So to deal with this planetary threat, everyone banded together and summoned the damn Avengers. Even Steven Godass was there, all for Operation Retrieve Chespy. And after some grueling efforts from friends and foes alike, coupled with some elite choreography, Ash and them were able to enter the rock formation, and Alain was able to emphatically reach out and grab Chespy, who had finally released all that radiation. And with Chespy and Marin reunited, Team Flare thwarted, and the rock formation dormant and blasted to the ground by this group attack, it was finally GG's. I'm back, bitches. Yeah, you know, now that you mention it, he did have propellers on that gadget he wears. So now this motherfucker is back and moving towards the sundial, and no matter what moves they threw at him, nothing worked. But poetically, Lysandre's true end was gonna come at the hand of the Pokemon he adored the most. Squishy finally got Z2 to come around to humans like,
I'm telling you, if humans were bad, would they be able to make this banger?
I'll never leave Squishy.
You drive a hard bargain, Z1. Call me Squishy.
and then these motherfuckers combine every damn Zygarde cell on the planet and fuse into this mech transformer 100% form thing. Oh, you had a new form this whole time, Zygarde? And you hid it from me? To protect humans? Have you no shame?
You faking your death in front of kids to farm or talking to me about shame. Hold this core enforcer.
And just like that, the Zygarde blasted through the core, marked that tough-ass Z in the ground, and Lysandre was most certainly put to rest at last. Sheesh. And that is the trilogy, or quadrilogy I guess at this point, completed. Sorry this one took so long. I'ma catch y'all very, very, very soon. Peace.
I hate a privileged rapper who don't even know what it takes. The diamonds they hit like a rainbow, that's cause the necklace a flame.